Dear students, today I am going to discuss about the problems based on the sequences. Example, let Sn be an increasing sequence of positive numbers and define sigma n is equal to 1 by n into S1 plus S2 plus 1 plus Sn. Prove sigma n is an increasing sequence. So to prove the sigma n is increasing sequence, here condition is sigma n plus 1 minus sigma n is greater than 0 or less than 0. If it is greater than 0, it is sigma n plus 1 is greater than sigma n, then it is increasing sequence. Sigma n plus 1 is less than sigma n, then it is decreasing sequence. So according to that one, here we need to find sigma n plus 1 minus sigma n. We know the sigma n. What is sigma n here? Given condition is, given value is 1 by n into S1 plus S2 plus 1 plus Sn. Sigma n plus 1 means 1 by n plus 1 into S1 plus S2 plus 1 plus Sn plus 1 up to Sn plus 1 terms are there. So now we need to do one condition, that is sigma n plus 1 minus sigma n. That is, we know the sigma n plus 1 minus sigma n. Subtracting sigma n from sigma n plus 1, that is, here 1 by n plus 1 into S1 plus S2 plus 1 plus Sn plus 1 minus 1 by n into S1 plus S2 plus 1 plus Sn, 1 by Sn. Sorry, not 1 by Sn. S1 plus S2 plus 1 plus Sn only, not 1 by Sn. Here, this is only Sn only. 1 by n plus 1 into S1 plus S2 plus 1 Sn, up to we take the only, here only Sn, and next term is 1 by n plus 1 into Sn plus 1 is there. So here, what is the remaining terms are here? 1 by minus 1 by n into S1 plus S2 plus 1 plus Sn, and here in this sequence one term is there, that is 1 by n plus 1 into Sn plus 1. Now simplifying, what is common terms here? S1 plus S2 plus 1 plus Sn and S1 plus S2 plus 1 plus Sn is common terms. Common these terms, so S1 plus S2 plus 1 plus Sn is common. We get the 1 by n plus 1 here, and here 1 by n is there. 1 by n plus 1 minus 1 by n. And what is last final term? 1 by n plus 1 into Sn plus, that is Sn plus 1 by n plus 1. So 2n plus 1, sorry, Sn plus 1 by n plus 1, this is first term, last term can be written as first term. Sn plus 1 by n plus 1 plus, here what is common term? S1 plus S2 plus 1 plus Sn is common term. And now simplifying this value 1 by n plus 1 minus 1 by n, we get here LCM is n into n plus 1. So n minus n minus 1. Simplifying, n minus n gets cancelled. We got only minus 1 by n into n plus 1. So finally we write it as Sn plus 1 by n plus 1 plus S1 plus S2 plus 1 plus Sn minus 1 by n into n plus 1. So Sn plus 1 by n plus 1 minus 1 by n into n plus 1 into S1 plus S2 plus 1 plus n. Rewriting this sequence, this line. Now continue the next slide. And 1 by n into n plus 1 is taking common from total terms. So here 1 by n into n plus 1 taking common, see here no n is there, so we are taking n into n plus 1 is common. So to multiply n divided by n, this term only, okay. multiply and divided by n, only first term, that is n times of n plus 1, and here taking also common 1 by n plus 1 is common from all terms. Now we got the n times of Sn plus 1 minus S1 minus S2 so on minus Sn. Okay, so 1 by n into n plus 1 is common. N times of Sn plus 1 means, so Sn plus 1 is n times are there, so we are adding all terms to the Sn plus 1. Sn plus 1 minus Sn S1 plus Sn plus 1 minus S2 and so on plus Sn plus 1 minus Sn. Okay, now these are all here. Sn plus 1 is greater than Si, so Sn plus 1 is greater than Si means Sn plus 1, suppose I is equal to 1, Sn plus 1 greater than S1, I is equal to 2, Sn plus 1 is greater than S2 and so on, I is equal to n, Sn plus 1 is greater than Sn. So Sn plus 1 is greater than Sn means here Sn is increasing sequence. This is total greater than 0. So greater than 0 means sigma n plus 1 minus sigma n is what? That is greater than 0. Sigma n plus 1 minus sigma n is greater than 0 means sigma n plus 1 greater than sigma n for every n belongs to capital N. Therefore, sigma n plus 1 greater than sigma n means sigma n is an increasing sequence. Okay, sigma n is increasing sequence. This is what I want to show this. Now continue we take the another example. Let S1 is equal to 1, Sn plus 1 is equal to 1 by 3 into Sn plus 1 for n greater than or equal to 1. Find S2, S3 and S4. Find S2, S3 and S4. And first question is that one. And second question, use induction to show Sn is greater than 1 by 2 for all n. And show Sn is decreasing sequence. Show limit Sn exists. Find limit Sn. This is the question. We need to go to next slide. Continue the last problem. What is given? Here given condition is S1 is equal to 1, Sn plus 1 is equal to 1 by 3 into Sn plus 1 for all n greater than or equal to 1. We need to find S2. S2 means n is equal to 1. If n is equal to 1 in this equation, that is S2 is equal S1 plus 1, S1 plus 1 is equal to 1 by 3 into S1 plus 1. What is the value of S1? 1. So 1 by 3 into 1 plus 1 means 2 by 3. So next we need to find n is equal to, for n is equal to what here? Here in this equation S2 plus 1, that is S3. S3 is equal to 1 by 3 into S2 plus 1. What is S2? S2 is equal to 2 by 3. That is 1 by 3 plus 2 by 3 plus 1 is equal to 5 by 9. And also we need to find n is equal to 3. N is equal to 3, we need to find S4. So if substitute n is equal to 3 in this equation, that is S3 plus 1 is equal to S4. S4 is equal to what here? 1 by 3 into S3 plus 1. Already we have find S3. So 1 by 3 into S3 plus 1, that is 1 by 3 into 5 by 9 plus 1. This is equal to 14 by 27. Already first question is completed. In this problem, solution A is completed. Now B, S1 is equal to 1. 1 is greater than 1 by 2. Let Sm greater than 1 by 2. We are considering let Sm is greater than 1 by 2 for some m greater than 1. Okay. For some m greater than 1, Sm is greater than 1 by 2. And Sm plus 1 is equal to what? According to Sn plus 1, Sn plus 1 is defined as Sn plus 1 is equal to 1 by 3 into Sn plus 1 for n greater than or equal to 1. In similar way, Sm plus 1 is also defined as, written as Sm plus 1 is equal to 1 by 3 into Sm plus 1 greater than 1 by 3 into, what is Sm here? Sm is greater than 1 by 2 means Sm 1 by 3 into 1 by 2 plus 1. This is equal to 3 by 2 into 1 by 3 means that is equal to 1 by 2. Therefore, Sn greater than 1 by 2. Sn greater than 1 by 2 for every n greater than or equal to 1. Now we need to solve solution C. Sn plus 1 minus Sn. Sn plus 1 minus Sn is equal to what? We know the value of Sn plus 1 already given. Sn is also given. So Sn plus 1 means 1 by 3 Sn plus 1 and minus Sn. So now simplifying this one, Sn plus 1 minus 3Sn by 3. We need to go to next slide. That is continuation of the solution C problem. Here Sn plus 1 minus Sn is equal to 1 by 3 Sn plus 1 minus Sn. Now LCM, take the LCM. Here 3 is LCM. Sn plus 1 minus 3 times of Sn by 3. That is simplifying we get 1 minus 2Sn by 3. Since Sn is greater than 1 by 2 already given. So according to this condition we can write it as 2Sn greater than 1. And this is also written as 1 minus 2Sn is less than 0. Therefore Sn plus 1 minus Sn is less than 0. 1 minus 2Sn less 0 means this value comes from Sn plus 1 minus Sn. So Sn plus 1 minus Sn value will becomes less than 0. That means therefore Sn plus 1 minus Sn less than 0. So Sn plus 1 minus Sn less than 0 means Sn plus 1 is less than Sn for all n. So Sn plus 1 less than Sn for all n is this condition is true for Sn is decreasing sequence. This condition it tells us Sn is decreasing sequence. Now we need to continue the solution D. Since Sn greater than 1 by 2, this is given for all n belongs to capital N. Sn greater than 1 by 2 means it is bounded below, and Sn is decreasing. If it is bounded below means it is decreasing sequence, and bounded below, hence limit Sn exists. Bounded below means it has some finite limit, it has some limit Sn exists. Therefore limit Sn is equal to what? We are considering as limit Sn is equal to L. We need to go to next slide and continue the last problem. Let limit Sn is equal to L. Limit Sn is equal to L means limit Sn plus 1 is equal to what? Limit Sn plus 1 is also equal to L. Limit Sn plus 1 is equal to 1 by 3 into limit of Sn plus 1 according to given condition. What is given? Limit Sn plus 1 is equal to what? 1 by 3 Sn plus 1. So limit, we take the limit. Limit Sn plus limit of Sn plus 1 is equal to 1 by 3 into limit Sn plus 1. So here what is the limit of Sn plus 1? L. So we write the value of limit of Sn plus 1 is equal to L. So 1 by 3 into what is the limit Sn? L. So 1 by 3 into L plus 1. Here cross multiply these values. 3 into L is equal to 3L, 1 into L plus 1 into L plus 1. Okay. Now 3L is equal to L plus 1. So now simplifying, take the L left side, that is 3L minus L, that is 2L. 2L is equal to 1, that implies L is equal to 1 by 2. So since L is equal to 1 by 2 is your unique value, limit Sn exists. This is unique means limit Sn is exist. Limit Sn is exist and equal to what? 1 by 2 only. So limit Sn is equal to 1 by 2. Now take the next example. Let T1 is equal to 1 and Tn plus 1 is equal to 1 minus 4 by n square, 1 minus 1 by 4 n square into Tn for n greater than or equal to 1. What is Tn plus 1? T1 is 1. Tn plus 1 is equal to 1 minus 1 by 4 n square into Tn for n greater than or equal to 1. And show that first question, limit Sn exists, limit Tn is exist, And second question is, what do you think limit Tn is? Third question, C is, use induction to show Tn is equal to n plus 1 by 2n. And D question is, repeat part B. Repeat part. What is part B? What do you think limit Tn is? Now continue the next slide. Go to next slide. This problem is again given. Now we have given, what is given values here? T1 is equal to 1, that is given value, that is 1 is greater than 0. T2 is equal to given, that is 1 minus 1 by 4 into T1. Here this is equal to 3 by 4. Already we have, how it is 3 by 4 means, here T1 is equal to 1 means, suppose n is equal to 1, n is equal to 1 in this equation, that is 1 plus 1 T2. T2 is equal means, that is 1 minus 1 by, right side part is 1 by, n is equal to 1 means 1 square means that is 1. 4 into 1 means 4. 1 minus 1 by 4 means that is 3 by 4. So T2 is equal to, we got 3 by 4 only. 3 by 4 is what? Positive value, that is greater than 0. Let we are consider Tn is greater than 0. Tn is what here? We are consider 1 by 4n square is less than 1. 1 by 4n square is less than 1 for all n greater than or equal to 1. Suppose n is equal to 1. What is the value? 1, n is equal to 1 means 1 by 4 is less than 1. This is true. N is equal to 1 by 2 square means 4. 4 into 4 16. 1 by 16 is also less than 1. So this is true. This equation is true for all n greater than or equal to 1. And we are multiplying with minus 1 this equation. We are multiplying minus with this value. This is will becomes minus, both sides we are multiplying with minus 1. Minus, that is minus 1 by 4n square is less than, will be changed as greater than. So minus 1 by 4n square is greater than minus 1. 1 minus 1 by 4n square is greater than, we are adding both sides 1. 1 minus 1 by 4n square greater than minus 1 plus 1, that is equal to, what is minus 1 plus 1? That is equal to 0. Totally, so what is Tn plus, therefore Tn plus 1 is equal to 1 minus 1 by 4n square into Tn, what? Here greater than 0. How it is greater than 0? 1 minus 1 by 4n square is what? Greater than 0. Tn is also equal to generally greater than 0. Tn we are considered already greater than 0. So 1 minus 1 by 4n square is greater than 0. Tn is greater than 0. Therefore, Tn plus 1 is equal to 1 minus 1 by 4n square into Tn is also greater than 0. Therefore, by induction, Tn is greater than 0 for all n. Now, we choose Tn plus 1 minus Tn. Tn plus 1 minus Tn is equal to, we know the value of Tn plus 1 and value of Tn. So Tn plus 1 minus Tn is equal to 1 minus 1 by 4n square into Tn. This is value of Tn plus 1 and Tn, write it as same as Tn. So Tn into, takes common from this value Tn. So Tn into 1 minus 1 by 4n square minus 1. Minus 1 plus 1 gets cancelled. We have only minus 1 by 4n square is there. Minus 1 by 4n square into Tn. So minus 1 by 4n square into Tn means this is minus value, that is less than 0, but Tn is greater than 0. Tn is suppose now less than 0 means minus into minus, that is positive also. But here Tn is positive and minus 1 by 4n square is negative. So positive into negative will becomes again negative only. So totally Tn plus 1 minus Tn is less than 0. So we need to go to next slide. So Tn plus 1 minus Tn is less than 0 means here Tn plus 1 is less than Tn for every n. Therefore, here Tn plus 1 is less than Tn means this inequality shows Tn is decreasing sequence. This condition is shows Tn is decreasing, that is decreasing sequence condition. Therefore, Tn is decreasing. Tn is decreasing means here this, therefore this is written as T1 greater than T2 greater than T3 greater than so on, Tn greater than Tn plus 1 and so on. Therefore Tn is less than or equal to T1. Tn is less than or equal to T1. What is T1 here? T1 is already given, that is T1 is equal to 1 for all n. So T1 is less than or Tn is less than or equal to T1. T1 is equal to 1 for all n. Thus here Tn is lies between what here? Tn is lies between 0 to 1. 0 less than Tn less than or equal to 1 for all n. So Tn is Tn is lies in the interval close open 0 closed 1. So Tn is monotone bounded sequence. Therefore limit of Tn is what here? Limit of Tn is exist only. Now continue the solution B. Since 0 less than Tn less than or equal to 1 for all n, so Tn is lies between 0 less than limit of Tn less than or equal to 1. Limit of 1 means 1. Limit of 0 means 0. Limit of Tn only. So 0 less than limit of Tn less than or equal to 1. So here limit of Tn is lies in the interval open 0 closed 1 only. So open 0 closed 1. Here we need to go to the next slide. So Tn is lies between limit of Tn is lies in the interval closed 0 open 1, open 0 closed 1. And also we need to go to the solution C, that is T1 is equal to 1. T1 is equal to 1 means suppose here that is written as 1 plus 1 by 2 into 1 by showing here induction method. T2 is equal to already given 3 by 4. 3 by 4 can be written as 2 plus 1 by 2 into 2. So 2 plus 1 is 3. Here T1 is equal to 1 means 1 plus 1 by 2 into 1. 2 by 2 is equal to 1. And also T2 is equal to 3 by 4. 3 by 4 can be written as 2 plus 1 by 2 into 2. That is let Tn is equal to, in similar way, we know that T1 is equal to 1. T2 is equal to 3 by 4 means in generally we can write it as Tn is equal to n plus 1 by 2n. So here what about Tn plus 1? Tn plus 1 is also given. Tn plus 1 is equal to 1 minus 1 by n plus 1 whole square into Tn. So n plus 1, now simplifying this equation, n plus 1 whole square minus 1 by n plus 1 whole square into, what is Tn here? Tn is equal to n plus 1 by 2n. And simplifying, what is n plus 1 whole? Expanding the n plus 1 whole square, that is n square plus 2n plus 1 minus 1 by n plus 1 whole square into n plus 1 by 2n. N plus 1 gets cancelled. Minus 1 cancel. Minus 1 plus 1 is cancelled. We have only n square plus 2n. N is common. N into n plus 2 by 2 into 2n into n plus 1. N also gets cancelled here. Remaining we have only n plus 2 is there numerator, and denominator is 2 into n plus 1 is there. So n plus 2 can be written as n plus 1 plus 1 by 2 into n plus 1. Therefore here Tn is equal to n plus 1 by 2n for all n belongs to capital N. And also we need to go to the next slide. And continuing this part, since Tn is equal to solution of D, since Tn is equal to n plus 1 by 2n is there already given. Tn is equal to n plus 1 by 2n is there. And limit of, what about limit of Tn? Limit of Tn is equal to limit of n plus 1 by 2n. And take the n common from numerator and denominator. This will becomes limit of 1 plus 1 by n by 2. This is also equal to 1 plus 0 by 2. 1 plus 0 by 2 is also written as 1 by 2. So what is here? The limit of Tn is exist, and that is equal to what? This is limit of Tn is equal to 1 by 2 only. And go to next slide. Here we need to discuss about the, here unit 1 is completed. We need to go to unit 2 only, subsequence, that is subsequences chapter. What is subsequence? Suppose Sn n belongs to capital N is a subsequence. A subsequence of the sequence is a sequence of the form T suffix k, where k belongs to capital N, where each k there is a first integer nk such that n1 less than n2 less than so on, nk less than nk plus 1 less than and so on. And here tk is equal to snk. This tk is the selection of sum of the Sn's taken in order. Here n1 comma n2 comma so on nk is an infinite subset of n. Thus Tn is obtained by selecting an infinite number of terms of Sn in order. So continue the next slide. Let sigma k is equal to nk, n suffix k, for some k belongs to capital N, and let Sn is equal to S of n. Tk is equal T suffix k is equal to T of k. Now T is equal to S circle sigma, since Tk is equal to written as T of k. S circle sigma into k is written as S of sigma into k, sigma of k, and sigma of k is written as n suffix k, that is snk, and this is also written as snk for k belongs to capital N. Here T of k is equal to T suffix k is equal to snk is equal to snk, and S into sigma k, S of sigma of k is equal to S circle sigma of k, and this therefore this is equal to T is equal to S circle sigma. T is equal to S circle sigma. And let example, take an example. Let Sn is equal to n square into minus 1 whole power n. Sn is equal to minus 1 comma 4 comma minus 9 comma 16 comma minus 25 comma 36 comma minus 1 and so on, like this one. How do you get here? For n is equal to 1, what is the value? 1 square means 1, and minus 1 whole power 1 means minus 1. Minus 1 into 1 minus 1. N is equal to 2 square means 4, minus 1 whole power 2 means that is positive, that is 4 and so on. We find like this, like that one. We got these terms, these values of the Sn. Minus 1 4, minus 9 16, minus 25 36, minus 1. Here two series are there, two sequences. One is negative sequences, another one is positive. One is decreasing, one is increasing sequence is there. So minus 1, minus 9, minus 25, minus 49 is decreasing sequence, and 4, 16, 36 and so on, this is increasing sequence. So need to go to next slide. Let Sn is equal to the previous problem continuation here. Sn is equal to n square into minus 1 whole power n. Here what is subsequence of the Sn? Sn is equal to this one. The subsequence of the sequences can be written as Snk, where k belongs to capital N. Snk, where k belongs to capital N, where nk is equal to 2k. Nk is also written as 2 into k. So Snk is written as 2k whole square minus 1 whole power 2k and 4k square. So Snk is equal to S2k is equal to S2k is equal to S2, S4, S6, S8 and so on. S2 means here 4, 16, 36, 64. S2 means 4, S4 means 16, S6, S8 means 64 and so on, like this. This is one subsequence of the Sn. Sn is equal to what here? N square into minus 1 whole 4, and Sn is also equal to minus 1, 4, minus 9 and so on. Here two subsequences are there. One is positive and another one is negative. So the positive subsequence is 4, 16, 36, 64 and so on. And let Sn be a sequence. If T is in R, then there exists a subsequence of Sn converges to T if and only if the set small n belongs to capital N says that modulus of Sn minus T is less than epsilon is infinite for all epsilon greater than 0. Condition 2 is the sequence Sn is not bounded above, it has subsequence with limit plus infinity. Third one is similarly, if Sn is not bounded below, it has a subsequence with limit minus infinity. So need to go to next slide. Theorem. If the sequence Sn converges, then every subsequence converges to the same limit. Let Snk denote a subsequence of Sn. Note that Nk greater than or equal to k for all k. Since N1 greater than 1, if we let Nk minus 1 greater than or equal to k minus 1, then Nk greater than Nk minus 1 greater than or equal to k minus 1, this implies Nk greater than or equal to k. By induction, Nk greater than or equal to k for all k belongs to N. We are consider limit of Sn is equal to S. Take epsilon greater than 0 and we continue the next slide. Take epsilon greater than 0 and there exists capital N such that N greater than capital N. By condition here, this implies modulus of Sn minus S is less than epsilon. Now limit of Sn is equal to S means limit of Sn is convergent to S. By definition of convergent sequence, take epsilon greater than 0, there exists capital N such that N greater than capital N. This implies modulus of Sn minus S is less than epsilon. Now k greater than capital N, this implies Nk greater than or equal to k greater than N. This implies Nk greater than N, this implies Snk minus S is less than epsilon. Thus limit of Snk is also converges to S only. In similar way, we can define the convergent definition. We can take it as k greater than N and Nk greater than or equal to k greater than N. Nk greater than capital N, this implies modulus of Snk minus S is less than epsilon. This means limit of Snk is converges to S only. The proof hence proved. Now we take the one important definition. Let Sn be a sequence. We say a term Sn is said to be a dominant if it is greater than any term which follows it. That is m greater than n. This implies Sm less than Sn. Theorem. Every sequence Sn has a monotonic subsequence. Every sequence Sn has a monotonic subsequence. Here what is given, we say that nth term of Sn is dominant if Sm less than Sn for all m greater than n. If there are infinitely, we take the case 1, if there are infinitely many dominant terms, let Snk be a subsequence consisting only dominant terms, then Snk plus 1 less than Snk for all k. So Snk is decreasing subsequence. Suppose there are finitely many dominant terms, select n so that Sn is the least dominant term of the sequence Sn. Let n1 greater than capital N, then Sn1 can't be a dominant term. Continue the next slide. Suppose there are finitely many dominant terms, select n so that Sn is the least dominant term of the sequence Sn. Let n1 greater than capital N, then Sn1 can't be a dominant term. Then there exists n2 greater than n1 such that Sn2 greater than Sn1. Repeating the above procedure, we can define n1 less than n2 less than n3 less than so on less than nk minus 1 such that Sn1 less than or equal to Sn2 less than or equal to Sn3 less than or so on less than or equal to Snk minus 1. Again by taking n is equal to nk minus 1, You can find nk greater than nk minus 1 such that snk greater than snk minus 1. Continuing this process by induction, you can find n1 less than n2 less than n3 less than nk minus 1 less than nk less than so on infinitely, such that sn1 less than or equal to sn2 less than sn3 less than so on, snk minus 1 less than snk less than and so on. Therefore snk is increasing subsequence of Sn. We have to very important theorem, that is Bolzano-Weierstrass theorem. Every bounded sequence has convergent subsequence. This is the statement of Bolzano-Weierstrass theorem. Let Sn is a bounded sequence. It has a monotonic subsequence by above theorem. Sn is a bounded sequence and every bounded sequence has monotonic subsequence. Snk is a monotonic subsequence. We are concerned, let Snk be a monotonic subsequence. Therefore Snk is also bounded. Thus Snk is a bounded monotonic sequence. So every bounded sequence has convergent sequence, hence it is convergent. Thank you. This class is ended today. We will continue the next class.